This is day 12 of our Mongolia trip and we are heading to Yolyn Valley.
Yeah.
Everyone feeling great?
Yes.
Just like that, Lian, Ziwen, and I are down to the last few days of our Mongolia trip. Our destination today was the Yolyn Am Gorge, deep within the Tsagaan mountains you can see in the distance here. As I've mentioned in my last vlog, due to unnaturally heavy rains in this region last month, the Gobi is covered in a very nice layer of green. The gorge was over 150 kilometers from the Hanggai Els sand dunes, so it took a while to get there.
Back to the paved road.
Yolyn Am means Ulaanbaatar Valley. It refers to the bearded vulture called Yol in the Mongolian language, which can be found living in the gorge. Yolyn Am is famous for having a semi-permanent ice field that only melts in the summer, a very interesting phenomenon considering that we're in the middle of the Gobi Desert. To get to the ice field, we first had to take a leisurely hike into the beautiful gorge, spotting interesting wildlife along the way. This is a Pika, a mouse-like rodent, and apparently the inspiration for the Pokémon Pikachu. We found a large patch of juniper where the air smelled like gin, as in the alcohol. And that is a snake. As we made our way deeper into the gorge, the paths got narrower. The temperature fell as we hiked into places where the sunlight doesn't reach. Unfortunately, it still wasn't cold enough, so the ice field is now a rushing stream.
So we're in the gorge now, but we probably won't go any further because there's no walking path.
We did, however, discover a man selling trinkets carved out of juniper wood.
Alright, since we're not going any deeper, we are heading back to the van.
We made our way to our next Gare campsite, situated 2,000 meters above sea level. We quickly checked in and were soon back out again to enjoy the scenery. Dinner was a surprisingly fancy Western meal. This was followed by 2 hours of playing an amazingly engaging Mongolian card game that our guide Nyamka taught us. It is called 108 Points, but unfortunately, I don't have any footage of that. Yeah. After several cloudy mornings, we finally managed to catch a proper sunrise.
Are you enjoying it? See, your eyes are like closed and like...
We left the mountains and headed towards the capital of the South Gobi province, Dalanzadgad, which also happened to be the hometown of our driver, Hugi. It has a small population of over 25,000 people. No surprise, as Mongolia is the least densely populated country in the world. While making a pit stop at a supermarket, we discovered a variety of international and local brands, including the ubiquitous Shingis brand of vodka. I also made some time for drone flying. Something I learned about Mongolian cities is that most of them have a central planned area with apartments, schools, supermarkets, and other amenities, while on the outskirts is the Gare district, settlements of traditional gares separated by wooden fences. The majority of Mongolians actually live in Gare districts. Leaving Dalanzadgad, we made our way to Tsagaan Suvarga, which means White Stupa in Mongolian. Funnily enough, when we were arranging our itinerary with the tour agency, we wanted to skip this place as we didn't want to visit another temple. However, the agency told us that we would need to pass by this area to get back to Ulaanbaatar anyway, so here we are. And thank goodness we are here, because to us, it was definitely much cooler than a temple. Tsagaan Suvarga is actually an ancient seabed. with a sedimentary structure created over millions of years. Each layer of rock indicated a different time period. From a distance, you could mistake it for the white ruins of a city, hence the name White Stupa. It was a sight to behold, truly one of the hidden treasures of the Gobi.
So this place was pretty amazing. We started our trip with a bang and end with a bang.
Bang.
Yeah, she said that too. Good morning, 7 a.m. Last full day in Mongolia. And we're heading back to UB today, Ulaanbaatar, and we're having breakfast. Run! Run! Oh no! We rode all the way to Ulaanbaatar, probably another 7 hours-ish of traveling. So you can take your nap in the back seat. And I'll move back to the front.
Bison. Lien's domain restored. Lien's what?
Lien's domain restored. She's a master of her own domain again. Hi Z.
It rained on the last day of our trip, almost as if the country was sad to see us go.
We're back in UB.
Sing the song, Zen.
Ulaanbaatar Udesh Namoha.
We made our lunch stop at the Hannu Mall, which had actual dinosaur bones on display. Followed by a quick stop at another mall to buy souvenirs. Then we went to catch the Tumen Ek folk song and dance ensemble in action. Unfortunately, they charge you for taking photos and videos, so here are some official photos from their website. Oh yeah, hello from September 2019. I'm now recording this from exactly a year after returning from my Mongolia trip. I definitely took way too much time reviewing and editing, and now a year later I realized that I didn't take a lot of videos of our last day in Ulaanbaatar, but it's all well and good because I want to take this opportunity to make some shoutouts. First of all, a shout out to Lian and Ziyuan, my uni mates and two of my favorite travel buddies. In 2017, when we went to the Rainforest World Music Festival, we saw this amazing Inner Mongolian rock band called Hanggai. Immediately after watching them perform, we decided that our next trip was going to be to Mongolia. You see, over the years of us traveling and hanging out together, we realized that we had about the same level of tolerance for roughing it out, and each of us bring different qualities to the table. Ziwen is a meticulous planner, Lian is level-headed and empathetic, and I have no shame. Together, I think we make a great team. Also, a shout out to Dream Mongolia, the tour agency that we hired to take us around the country, especially our guide Nyamka and our driver Hugi for being patient with us and entertaining all our antics. There's a very good reason why they're rated so highly on TripAdvisor. They're extremely thoughtful and accommodating. Exhibit A. Our last night in Ulaanbaatar was a few days before Lian's birthday and less than a month after mine. Ziyuan conspired with the agency to throw the both of us a birthday surprise, and Dream Mongolia went above and beyond by buying a birthday cake from a fancy local baker. Mind blown. I highly recommend them if you ever plan on traveling to Mongolia. And you should get the help of an agency to bring you around because Mongolia is a massive and sparsely populated country. It is very difficult to travel around by yourself. All in all, my 2 weeks in Mongolia was definitely the most epic trip of my life thus far. I found myself climbing sand dunes, living amongst reindeer, chasing horses with my drone, and not forgetting meeting some of the friendliest people in the world. Thanks for watching, party people. If you have not seen my previous vlogs about Mongolia, I'll have them in the links down below. Take a look at the one with the reindeer herders. I'm especially proud of that one. Oh, and here's a sneak preview of my next vlog. It will be about this little guy right here. Bye!